Hi everyone and welcome to the Ultimate University Q&A. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone who sent in questions. I tried to fit as many as possible into this video. If you do have any questions that you do want answered that haven't been answered in this video, feel free to leave them in the comments down below and I will try and get them answered as soon as possible. Also, I would really appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up because that really helps share the video with others, and also subscribe to my channel because it really helps me out. And let's get started with the questions. So the first question that I want to answer is the most common question that I get. What course do you do? I have had so many comments about the degree that I do, and it's only fair because I've never actually addressed it on my channel before. So I will tell you now. I'll do a little introduction about myself. Hi everyone, my name is Elvia and I'm currently a first year student at QMUL University studying BSc Astrophysics. So there, you've got the course that I do. So now hopefully my vlogs should make sense, and if you're considering doing an astrophysics degree or even a physics degree, I really hope my videos are of use to you and I hope they help you get an insight into what life is like as a physicist at university. So I do actually want to say I filmed this video a few months ago actually. When I came to edit it, the audio was really bad because I filmed it in my garden and it was super windy on the day that I filmed it. It was awful and I couldn't upload an awful video because it would be really straining on your ears and probably really unpleasant to watch. So that's why I'm filming it again. Okay, so now that you know the basics about me, let's get on to the juicier questions. And I'm really sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but I'll give them all a go. So Iris Mousset asks, how is Queen Mary's Library? Is it crowded? How do students get along in and out of the classroom? Is there a lot of competition between you? Which accommodations do you recommend or not recommend? Thank you so much, your videos are amazing. Thank you so much for watching my videos, I really do appreciate it. So there are quite a lot of questions here, so I'll answer them one by one. So for the library, I really like it. It's one of my favourite places on campus. So there's downstairs and upstairs, and I think there's more floors above, but I've never explored above the second floor in the library. The atmosphere downstairs is really chilled. You can chat, you can eat food, you can have your drinks, and you can do your work. So downstairs is basically a space for group study, but upstairs is a space for intense revision sessions. Okay, it is so intense. If you go upstairs, it is so silent. The first time I went upstairs, I felt so intimidated because everyone is just so focused and concentrated on their work, and you just don't want to make any noise because you don't want to draw attention to yourself. So typically it's really empty in the mornings, so like 9 AM, it's very empty. You can definitely get a seat and a laptop or a computer. However, at lunchtime, so 12/1 PM, it's so crowded and so busy and so noisy downstairs. So for students getting along, so in my course, as far as I'm aware, people chat in and out of lessons. Obviously during the lecture everyone is silent, and in tutorials it's really weird because people don't really talk a lot, but I talk to my friends about the problems that we're trying to solve because those sessions are for you to talk to and ask for help if you need it. So yeah, you can chat with anyone really. Is there competition? To be honest, I don't really think there is, and university is so different from like secondary school or sixth form where competition was very present. So at university everyone really helped each other out and everyone is so nice. So in first semester I had a coding module and that was my hardest module, I want to say. It was so difficult, I found it so confusing, and I remember, okay, this is going to sound so silly, especially now thinking about it because it's one of the easiest things you can do. So I found it hard, like on the first sessions, because I've never really coded before, to print hello world. Now, if you're a coder or you do programming, you will know that it's literally like the basic thing that you do when you first get into coding. So it's super easy, but I found it really hard, and the people around me were really nice and they helped me out, so people that were in my course. And there were different tasks. I was a little bit scared to ask like the guys around me because as I do physics, most of the people in my course are guys, as you can probably imagine. There are quite a lot of girls though, which is quite good, but it's majority boys. I would say about 70% boys, 30% girls, about that. So it's a much better split than many other universities, which I'm really grateful for. I asked the guys around me and they were really nice and they did help me out, so I'm really happy about that. I remember a very common phrase in secondary school was, how did you get better than me. Oh, I'm better than you because I got 1 mark more. And at like 6th form and secondary, it was very present that it was all like, I want to be the best, I don't want you to be better than me, and that was really bad and really annoying, and I don't agree with that. I think, you know, it's fine to share knowledge with everyone, because after you graduate you're going to be working with a lot of people and you need to share and communicate your ideas with everyone. And in my friend group there's really no competition at all. Like, we'll talk about how we found the test or whatever and the scores that we got. Georgie G says, hi, what is uni life like? Are the people nice? Have you made any friends within your degree subjects and other subjects? Did you have a lot of people that came from your sixth form? Like I said, uni life is really nice. I really like the freedom that we get. Throughout university, even though I'm only like just finished first year, I have learned so much, and I've learned how to be independent and how to do things on my own. And I mean, I've always been an independent person, but I would say university is my favourite educational institution that I've ever been to. I really like uni, like I love it so much, and I'm so sad that our first year was cut short. Hopefully next year and third year will be a lot better. I made a lot of friends in my course and I am so grateful, and I'm actually really lucky because on the first week, so during Freshers Week, we had these like bonding activities. I just saw another girl sitting by herself, so I was like, well, I don't want to be a loner at university, so I'm going to go and talk to her. So that's what I did, and we're besties now, okay? So on the first day, us two met and we were friends. You've probably seen her in a lot of my vlogs actually. And then we explored the campus and went to all the buildings and looked around. And then the next day we met another girl. We were talking and I was like, maybe we should go and befriend her. When we were on a campus tour, this other girl was like, oh, is this physics? She joined along, and that's my friend group now. You've seen all of them. I am so lucky to have met all these girls because they are amazing, and I just feel like we just clicked as soon as we met. I've heard of university horror stories where people just don't make friends, but I got really lucky and I have my girls. So yeah, I'm really happy and grateful for them. And we do talk literally every day. We have this group chat. We message like non-stop about the craziest things. Yeah, it's great. I also have friends outside my course as well. So if you've watched my vlogs, you will know that I'm an archer for Queen Mary. I'm not the best archer, let me say that right now, I'm not very good. But I am an archer. I've been to a few competitions. I was the only physicist there. Everyone else in archery does not do physics. They're all like from different courses. So naturally, I just talk to people that I think I might click with. Some people I got really close with, some people not so much. But I do have my friends in archery. Unfortunately, a lot of them are leaving because they're third years, which is so annoying. Also, it's something I want to say. So I was born in London and I've lived in London my whole life, and I went to primary, secondary, sixth form. And something I never really realised was that there's nothing wrong with talking to people that's older than you. Like, I always thought it was weird to like chat to the kids in the year above us, so even in like secondary I wouldn't really talk to the older kids. I'd be a bit intimidated by them, and I thought they were like, you know, I shouldn't really talk to older kids, they wouldn't understand me. So when I started I was 18, but a lot of people in my course were not. Most people I would say were definitely older than 18, and in archery as well, most people that I talked to were not 18. University really made me realise that everyone is the same, and just because they're older than you doesn't mean you shouldn't talk to them, which is something that I'm really grateful for, because now I find it a lot easier to talk to people that aren't necessarily my age. And it's also great because often people that are older than you have different experiences and you can learn a lot from them. Did a lot of people from your sixth form come? Yes. So I went to quite a big sixth form, and sixth form I went to was like, I don't know what to call it because it wasn't a grammar sixth form. And it wasn't a private sixth form either, but you had to achieve certain grades to be able to get into my sixth form. So my sixth form was really big, and it was just for year 12s and year 13s. And so there were like, I think 700 people in my year, and quite a few of them went to Queen Mary. I mean, I say quite a few, probably like 10 people that I knew went to Queen Mary. I mean, I don't really talk to them, but like I know of them. And one of my closest friends, you've also seen him in a lot of my vlogs, he also goes to Queen Mary, but he doesn't do my course, but we're still really close, so that's great. And he also goes archery. Georgie G also asks, hi, don't you have an iPad Air or Pro to take your notes? So this is something I was considering for a really long time, because I commute to university and my commute is really long. It's about an hour and a half on a good day each way. So I spend a lot of time on public transport and travelling, and it's a lot of time just to be spent doing nothing. And my bag was so heavy Like, it would get really heavy, and wearing it on a train for an hour really makes your back hurt. Because especially as I was travelling during rush hour, there were so many people on the train and I would barely even get a seat. And if I got a seat, I was so lucky, but I would normally often end up giving my seat up to someone who needed it anyway. Maybe if I had an iPad, it would make things so much easier for me, because I would then be able to access my notes all in one place. I don't need to worry about leaving my pencil case at home, my pen running out, and it would have made my bag so much lighter, and I could have taken less stuff with me to uni, so less backache and, you know, stuff like that. Honestly, I'm not sure anymore, because with the pandemic, I don't think I will be going into university this semester anyway. So for second year, first semester, because we're going to have blended teaching, so that means a lot of stuff will be online, because not everyone will be able to travel into uni, and I don't think it's safe for me personally to travel for like over 2 hours a day on public transport just to get to uni when I could access the same stuff from home. So no, at the moment I don't have an iPad, but I'm not really sure if I think it's necessary, because I've only got 2 more years of my degree, and I don't think it's that necessary to spend nearly like £1,000 on an iPad when I've already got a laptop and I can get all the information from there anyway. And I really like writing on paper, but it's all personal preference. A lot of people on my course do have iPads, and it's fine, whatever you want to use. So Ricky Akbar says, "Hi, is there any shop near Milan campus that sell Queen Mary accessories?" Yep, there are 2 shops on campus where you can buy Queen Mary merch. So umbrellas, hoodies, teddy bears, pens, I think. I've never bought any Queen Mary merch before from those shops, but they definitely do have stuff. The only thing I will say is that it's quite expensive though, because I wanted to get a water bottle, a Queen Mary one, a metal one, but I think it was like £15 or £16, and I was like, there's no way I'm spending that much on a water bottle, there's just no point. So SM says, "Love this sis. As someone planning to go to uni this year, could you possibly film a video about your opinion on uni in general? Like student finance, making friends, how to budget." Okay, thank you for watching my videos. So I really like uni, like I've said, and for student finance, yes, like most people my age, I am paying my university tuition with student finance. Like, I'm only 19, I don't have a full-time job, so I can't really pay for it myself. Making friends, I've already talked about, and how to budget. So this is something that I got into the habit of doing this year. So I have a planner right here, which I got from the works, if you're wondering. I write everything in this planner. I plan my days, and every time I spend something, I write it down straight away in the book on the date that I spent it. So say I bought, I don't know, I bought some food from Tesco, I would write down Tesco and then the amount that I spent at Tesco. And at the end of each month, I add up the total spendings and compare it to how much I earned in that month as well, because I do work. So I compare how much I spent, how much I've earned, and yeah, that's how I budget my money. So Ginevra Grassi says, "Love the video. Could you do a video about student accommodation if you're living on campus, and which are the best houses on campus to live in? And could you talk about social life and parties as a first year student?" Thank you for watching my videos. I didn't live on campus, so I don't really know much about how the campus houses work. I don't even know what they're called. It's really bad, because none of my friends live on campus either. We all commute. So I literally have no clue about campus accommodation, and I never researched it either because I knew I wasn't going to live out. But if you check the Queen Mary website, I think you should probably be able to find something about student accommodation. And honestly, I'm not really a party girl. I was invited to a few during Freshers Week, but I didn't go to them because I'm a commuter, I live really far away, and obviously parties are at night time, and obviously it's quite dangerous to come home by yourself after drinking, and also commuting like at night time on public transport is not the safest thing to do. So yeah, that's why I didn't go to any. However, if I lived on campus, I think the story would be totally different, and I probably would have gone to a few parties. I prefer to just go out with my friends rather than just to go out and drink. So just be careful and stay safe if you are. Marta Garcia Antello says, "Hey Elvia, I'm going to be studying in Queen Mary next semester, and the video has been so helpful. Do you think it would be hard to find an accommodation for only 1 semester? And any recommendations? Thank you so much, just loved your video." Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I don't really know because I didn't live on campus, so unfortunately I can't really help you out, but you can probably look on the Queen Mary website and you will definitely find some advice on applying for accommodation. Cicely Calder asks, do you ever go on nights out? Well, it depends what you define as a night out. If you mean going out to the club and getting drunk, no. But if you mean going out for dinner with your friends, then yes, because I am a person and I do have a life. And here we got a lot saying, what do you study? What do you study? Okay, so Davy Shakes says, hey, I'm doing GCSEs. Could you please give tips when applying for this college? I think in America you call university college, but in the UK, college is different to university. So I went to primary school, secondary school, sixth form, college, and then university. If you're doing a GCSEs now, I assume you're in secondary school. So you need to go to sixth form first and do the relevant subjects so that you have a basic subject knowledge of the subject that you're going to study, and then apply to university from your college. Tanya Semi says, were there no parties or anything? There definitely were many parties. I just didn't go to them. Got a few more saying, what do you study? How was the transition from A-level to uni? And also, what do you think about the teaching at Queen Mary? So for me, the transition was really smooth because of the A-levels that I did. For A-levels, I did math, further math and physics, and I did AS biology. My A-levels were so useful for my degree because in first year they try and catch everyone up to the same pace. And a lot of the math that we did in our courses were stuff that I did in further math. So I'm so grateful that I did further math because that really helped me out. And a lot of the stuff that we did at uni was stuff that I struggled with at A-levels, but now since I've learnt it twice essentially, it's a lot easier for me to understand. And the teaching varies depending on which lecturer you have. Most of my lecturers are really knowledgeable and they really know what they're talking about and they're really passionate, and you can really see that when they teach us. And then I found some questions that I wanted to know before I came to uni, so I'll try and answer them now. Do students tend to work part-time during their studies? So a lot of students do. I definitely did. So during my first year I had 2 jobs. I still have those jobs now. I really like both of them. They're both part-time. So I work for my university as a physics ambassador, and hands down that is my favourite job ever. It is the best. So if you do come to Queen Mary and you do physics, apply for the physics ambassador role. It is the best job if you like talking to other people and you like sharing your opinions. Trust me, you will not regret applying. It is the best. And it's so fun. I can't recommend that job enough. It's the best. So when I applied for this job, I think I had to answer a few questions at the start, and then some people got shortlisted to interview, and then after the interview some people got the job. I also have another job outside of university and I like that one a lot as well. It's really good for me. It's quite challenging. I can't say what it is because I'm not supposed to. Will I get homework like in high school? Yes, you will get homework, and most of the time your homework will be assessed. So make sure you do it and submit it before the deadline. Will I get language support if I'm still working on my English? Yep, absolutely. So when we apply for our modules, you can often choose these courses which help you with your English skills if you need it. Because I am a native speaker, I don't need those classes, but maybe if you're a student from abroad, you might find those classes quite helpful for your English skills. What happens during Freshers Week? If you want to know that, watch my Freshers vlog. I will leave it on a card on the screen up here so you can click on it. What should I include on my personal statement? I can make a video about this if you want to, because I got all 5 offers from the universities that I applied to, and 3 of them were Russell Group, including UCL, King's College and Queen Mary. It was a really long process. So if you want me to make a video on that, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below so that I know and I can film it for you guys. What grades do you need, and can you still get a place if you don't get the grades? So on results day I actually missed my offer by 1 grade, which was really annoying, but I am very lucky because I still got my place at Queen Mary. So Queen Mary wasn't actually my firm, it was my insurance choice university. And actually, I could not be happier that I didn't get into the firm choice university that I applied for. I am so happy that I actually missed my offer, because if I didn't, I would not have gone to Queen Mary and my life would have been so different. This could sound a bit cliche, but I think missing my firm choice offer was the biggest blessing, because I am so happy at Queen Mary, and honestly I don't think any other university could be better than it for me. Like, I think Queen Mary really was the university for me, so I'm really grateful and I just got really lucky with that. So does Queen Mary run job fairs? Yes. So I went to like a lot of job fairs at Queen Mary, and I found out about Teach First through the job fairs, and I actually did work experience with them, which was amazing. I did the work experience in December last year with a group of other people, and I genuinely would not have known about Teach First if we didn't have the career fairs. That work experience was so fun. It was one of the best work experiences I have ever had. Are there any jobs available for students on campus? Yes, there are student ambassador jobs which you can apply to, and there are actually loads of other jobs. That's just the one that I do, so I know a lot about it, but there are loads of other jobs that you can just check and find online. So I know you can work as a barista in the coffee shop, so yeah, there are loads of jobs available. What sports and societies are available? There are loads and loads of societies available at QMUL. You just need to check up on, I think, the student union's website, and you can find a whole list of them. And archery is the one that I go to at the moment. I did want to go to some other ones next year, but I'll have to see about that next year, of course. What are the transport links like? So I get the tube to university, and most of the time it's good, but sometimes it can be really unreliable, especially when the weather is really bad. Service is just so reduced, which is really, really bad. And there are often breakdowns and delays with the trains, and I've been late loads of times because my train's broken down. So that's quite annoying. And yeah, that concludes this video. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!